Alright, welcome to morning number 4. It is Wednesday morning, and I think today is going to be a trail run type of day. It looks like the first 2.5 miles up to the dam, looks like I gain about 1,000 feet, I think, about 1,200 feet, so probably going to take it pretty chill, not going to go too fast. And then after that, the elevation gain, it's pretty even. There's not a whole lot of gain, but I've heard it's a little bit rocky. So at least the pace, it should be considerate. It should be pretty good today. Views again. It is a brisk morning. It is in the high 30s, low 40s. So we're going to dress up because once I get running, I'm probably going to get pretty hot. So I have a nice little windbreaker and short sleeve. Got the same tights so that I can carry. I have a couple snacks. I'm going to carry a water bottle just because it is a little longer, a little cooler this morning. Got my whistle, got bear spray, ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Alright, we made it about 2.5 miles up. It was the first half of this hike, pretty chill. I could trail run at like 9 flat pace. It wasn't that hard, 10 flat pace. That second part of the boulder field was very difficult. That was a pretty steep incline for at least a trail run. For a hike, it's not that bad. But as you can tell, it is windy. It wasn't that, it was common like the trees, but now it's coming off the lake. It is super breezy. And it's also crazy. There is not a lot of water from all of the lack of snow Montana has gotten. So the dam is down there. There's not really pumping much water. And what's cool, I'm not able to see it. There's a trolley system here to allow workers to come in here and get easy access. So that's pretty cool. We'll probably go as far as we can, and then we'll see. Today will also be dependent on how my legs feel and the wind and weather, because there's supposed to be thunderstorms. My legs hurt from this uphill, but knowing that there's only this one uphill section on the way back, it's a positive, meaning I can just walk it and then I get downhill the rest of the way. So that's good. That up there, I believe, is Granite Peak. Granite Peak was what I was hoping to do on the way here, but I also realized that it was 24 miles, 7,700 feet of vert, and a class 5. Not ideal. And just looking at it, it looks like I had a long way to go. I'm only at the lake, and I'm at like 7,700 feet. I had to get to 13,000 feet. I still have 6,000 feet to climb. So it's obviously not ideal. However, we are going to hike along the lake, and you can tell there is no water. So, I probably could hike in the lake, theoretically. But I'm curious what this lake would look like if it's full. Let me know what some of these prints are, because there's a bunch of prints. I thought they were humans, but could it be, like that one, could it be a small bear? I'm not sure. Because you see, there's not a whole lot of them. And the tracks, they're going the opposite direction of me, and I've been going towards it. So I'm curious if the bear, it's already passed, but I'm curious if it's a bear, like a deer. I'm very curious.
miles left to get through.
And there's great views.
Where'd all the water go?
Alright, welcome to Island Lake. That was about 6 miles, a little bit further than I thought, but it's also because I took a little bit of a wrong turn. When I thought there was a little switchback on the map, I actually went back the way I came. I don't know why I did that. So I actually an extra like 0.1 or 0.15, and then the little up the rock I did earlier, and then to see the lake. So probably an extra quarter mile total, so that's probably why it's a little longer. But overall, good views. Lake is dead. There's like no falls. I think the falls are back that way, so I might go explore a bit over there. But overall, thunderstorms, they have not shown up yet. Still pretty sunny, but they're probably going to show up probably the next couple hours. So I need to start making my way back because I do have a bit of an exposed section that you saw with the boulder fields. So I need to make sure I'm down below that by the time the thunderstorms start, so I don't get struck by lightning. But I'm going to enjoy, have a snack, drink some water, and just enjoy a beautiful day in the Absaroka Wilderness. Beartooth, screw it. It's a great place. Alright, so we're down at the creek bed, and I want you guys to let me know what type of prints are along here. I'm thinking it could be a wolf, because they're not like big bear prints, they're smaller than my hand. And bear prints are like double the size of my hand. So let me know what you think, because I've been seeing them this entire trail since we got down from the dam and all the snow. I've been seeing them. I'm very curious what this animal could be, like I said before. So let me know in the comments. Back at the high point, 9.3 miles, and you can see storms are starting to develop, and they're starting to develop behind me back there. So at least now, by the time I get down, should be okay. So, but yeah, that's how fast these storms could form. It looks blue sky and just those cumulus clouds, and then bam, with the span of about a half hour, you already got some cumulus clouds that are forming into a nice batch of cumulonimbus, which I'm not sure they'll get that far. But taking a quick breather before we head back down. It'll be 2.6-ish, 2.7 miles to the trailhead, 12 miles total. It's a barn burner of a hike, especially with some of that snow. Kind of ruins the rhythm. I actually think without the snow, it's actually fairly easy. Like, you could probably trail run most of this route. There's some hard sections, some that the boulder field I'm about to go through, but other than that, it's a very trail runnable area. So look at how big this boulder field, like look at the vast majority of just all these rocks. It's crazy. Alright, we're back. 12 miles in the books, and of course, with literally 300 feet to go. 300 feet.
literally just up there, I fell. I clipped a rock just at the smallest bit, and now, like, I'll show you in a second. My hand, I cut it, and my leggings, you can see I just scraped them all, like I'm really dirty, and then I cut my ankle a bit. So, all in all, good times. Now I'm gonna go rinse off in the lake about 0.4 down the road so I can clean up all of this dirt so I don't get anything infected. Alright, ice bath is done. We are wet and got cleaned off some of the dirt from my wrist, my ankle, and my finger so then it doesn't get infected. That water is frigid. It is way colder than yesterday, although the sun is out and it's not windy. So I might just sit here for a bit and enjoy the sunshine before thunderstorms and rain, potentially snow, like just all the mix starting this afternoon, all the way tonight and into the morning. So it's going to be kind of a gloomy rest of the trip. So, but for now, I'm just going to enjoy a nice day. So I just had to stop driving. Look at what is happening in front of me. Look at what's happening in front of me. Look at the cattle. While I'm sitting here, I'm doing a little bit of homework and reshaping plans for the rest of my trip, as the mountains are supposed to get 8 to 13 inches of snow. That includes the Beartooth Highway that is closed for the winter. It opens up usually Memorial Day through Labor Day, normally through October. But unfortunately, that highway is included in that warning. So there's a chance tomorrow when they send out their afternoon update that it will not open. So if that's the case, then my trip will be cut almost 2 days short. I was supposed to be on Saturday evening. I was already cutting it to probably Friday evening or Friday night. Now it could be cut to Thursday night, depending on what this storm does. And as you just saw, the rain's coming, the wind's coming. This is just round one. There are going to be multiple waves of rain, snow, and you'll probably wake up to seeing snow tomorrow. So this will be an interesting day going forward. I'm going to try and hike tomorrow, but we will see how much snow there is. I know with all the snow, it's going to be really interesting to see how much I can even hike. It'll be really fun. Like, I have gloves and I got everything to go in the snow. I just don't know how applicable it is for me to actually do it. So we'll see, and I'll keep you guys updated based on the latest. So, we have made the decision to do the Glacier Lake Trail. It is about 4.5 miles round trip. However, it is in the winter storm warned area, as I am up here at the closure of Highway 212, the Beartooth Highway, about as far as you can go. And I'm very curious to see how much snow they get. I don't think down low where I am currently will be bad. I'm curious about further up. So we're going to see if we can spot some campsites further up, but not too far to where we get snowed in. Because if they do get 8 to 13 inches, I'm not going to be able to get out. I want to get to a spot with maybe 2 to 4 inches and I can easily get down the road. I don't want to have to deal with a foot of snow on a pass. So let's go check it out. What you just saw, we are currently about 4.5 miles away from the actual trailhead itself. We've gone about 3.2 miles in. We're at like 7,600 feet, which is probably where the base of where the bulk of the snow is. So I'm probably going to set up camp somewhere either behind me where I saw a creek about a half mile the other way, or I'm going to set up pretty close up here. However, I do see a gate closed, so we actually might not be able to go this far. We actually might be stopped up here. So anything I have to do, it looks like I'm going to have to do by foot. So this could be interesting. Alright, this is probably where we're going to set up shop for right now. But as you can see, it's like a rain-snow mix right now. It is coming in fast. You can see it's coming in over the tops. I mean, it is just wailing in. It could be an interesting night. Luckily, this dirt road, it's not very difficult to travel, but I will keep you guys updated if I have to move to a lower elevation, so then I don't get cooked. It's also really cold, and now the wind's picking up. You can really see the snow. It's really starting to kick the camera. Well, I'm finishing my pasta that I made earlier in the week. I still have half the Sam's Club pizza, and I'm probably going to have tomorrow night if. So, the Beartooth Highway, I'll give you some context. It opens tentatively Friday morning. However, because it's in the Alpine, they're supposed to get a foot of snow through Thursday midday. I'm not sure it's going to be open in time for the weekend. So with that being said, if somehow the highway is closed tomorrow, I might just go home tomorrow. And I'd be home at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and the pizza would be dinner. However, if I do the glacier thing tomorrow, I'm going to try and go as far as I can. I'm going to run. Tomorrow will be a trail run, more like snow run. Tomorrow, if it supposedly doesn't snow as much and it does open, I don't know how much hiking I'll be able to do because it did snow 8. Even if it snows 5-6 inches, there's going to be all that snow on the ground. It's going to be really hard. I'm probably only going to drive it. I'm probably not going to hike. And then I'll probably just drive home. So I'll be home Friday night. So regardless, I've got, I think, my settled plan. It's all going to depend on what tomorrow brings in terms of how much snow actually falls. That is what Mother Nature will be decided for. And hopefully tonight it switches to snow, because this rain would be really annoying to sleep with. Although rain noises are good to sleep with, so I'm not sure. However, it does look like just on the back windshield here, it looks like it's melting as it hits the ground. So we're not quite there to full snow, but we're getting really close, which could mean we could be in for a long snowy night. Well, spending the night, it hasn't snowed much, it's just been sprinkling, but you can see really low level clouds all around, and especially behind, here, and then you look really just behind us and into the hills. If we just tap the camera, you can see there's a peak up there, can't see it. So the cloud is really starting to come in. I think probably in the next hour or two. By the time I'm in bed, I think it'll all be kind of moving in. But for right now, we're getting ready for bed. Trying to find my toiletry bag. I know it's in there. I just cannot find it. I think I remember where I put it, but it's just time for bed. I'll show you around. Yeah. So there you can see really everything completely encased in these clouds. Not a lot of precipitation, just a low cloud deck. You can see it's moving in very fast. Tomorrow should be a way different scene.